to go GNCC Racing!
It's the opening round of the AMSOIL Grand National Cross Country Series for 2018. Our ATV riders are prepped and ready for the new season. I'm Jason Wygant here to give you the call as always. Chris Borich, a 6-time champion of this series, but he knows the new season always pops up quick.
It seemed like it came up real quick on us. We had everything prepared, and all of a sudden it was like, boom, race time. But no, we got a good bunch of guys down in Florida. We trained with Chad Weenan, Johnny Gallagher, and met up with a couple other guys, and yeah, just been putting the work in, trying just to, like I said, put the time in on the bike, put the work in on the cardio part, and also, like I said, eating.
Well, he's hungry for a championship. Same thing with Adam McGill, fun-loving rider off the track, serious contender on it.
Nah, the biggest difference between, obviously me and everybody else is there's a lot of guys that are in front of me, and there's a lot of guys behind me that are either new to the class, or they've got new products on their machine, or they haven't been able to put in the work like they have in years past. So it's there's definitely a lot of things that are playing into factors on my thing. I've been riding the same machine, the same Honda, the same sponsors, same program since Vietnam. So I can't really say that a lot of things have changed on my program, but a lot of people have changed things on their program. So with that being said, I think it definitely gives me a little bit of an advantage knowing going into round 1 that my machine's the same as it was when I got off of it around 13 last year.
Walker Fowler is the rider they're all gunning for. He's won 3 straight championships, dominated last season. Can he do it again?
It's not getting any easier, I know. I think the biggest thing is definitely just kind of getting the mindset right again and trying to remember without overthinking what it was that made us so successful in the past. So, a lot of our machine setup and our prep is all the same. I feel like physically, I feel pretty prepared, as far as training and all that goes. I think I got like my 25-year-old man body coming in, but other than that,
25 already. Walker, who grew up in the amateur and youth ranks of this series, to now take the top spot. Had to wrestle the title away from Chris Borich, and here are other up-and-comers. Hunter Hart, who's looking for a title in the XC2 division. There's Rodney Tomlin, our live race announcer, to get us started. It's the Big Buck GNCC and the 2018 season underway for the ATVs. And look at that. Fowler immediately off to the races and in the lead with the first whole shot of the year. Weisko is going to be handing him some money. Here is Borich in the number 4. Didn't get the machine fired, so he is in dead last. Fowler leading McGill into the woods. A little bit dusty here today at the Big Buck, but that'll only happen in the field sections. In the trees where we have more shadows, dirt's still pretty good. Here's your XC2 Pro-Am class. We already mentioned Hunter Hart, who has come to the amateur ranks with a flurry. But that is Brandon Icard on the 17. Just going to edge everyone else out. All Balls Racing whole shot award for him. And a little bit of a stack up here in turn 2. These are 2-hour races, plenty of time for everyone to play catch up if they don't have the start they want. But right now, look at this. McGill has taken the early lead and pulled away. So he came to play in 2018. Good to see Cole Richardson up there. He is running in the number 2 spot. Richardson, who has been beset by illness and injury the last few years after coming out of the amateur ranks with a flurry. So good start to the season for him. Martin Christopherson in the number 8 coming by. Where is Fowler? There he is. So something has gone wrong for your champ early on here, and he has some comeback riding to do. Oh, McGill just stacked it up. And same thing for Richardson. Yamaha people down there trying to help Richardson dig out. No one coming to the assistance of McGill. Waiting on Fowler, and Wesley Wolf on the Suzuki will take over the lead. So one of the up-and-comers who has been knocking on the door of podiums and race wins the last season and a half or so has his opportunity right now. And Richardson No, that's McGill. He is still stuck. Some of the GNCC course workers finally get down there to help him dig out. Here is Boric, who you remember started in last. So Boric and McGill, two of the top contenders in the series, now find themselves at the very back of the pack. And just like that, Fowler finds himself back at the front of the pack after he grabbed the whole shot and had his problems. So a topsy-turvy day, Fowler wrestling the lead from Wolf. Josh Merritt was up there as well in the white Yamaha. And the rest of the field rolls through. So stay with us. What else is going to happen in the early laps? We'll be right back.
The AMSOIL GNCC series on Racer TV is brought to you in part by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, get ready, and Monster Energy, unleash the beast.
Well, with the opening round of this championship, it means riders moving up a class, and that includes last year's XC2 champ, Devin Feehan.
I'm definitely expecting some big things in the future. Wrapped up that XC2 title, and I told myself at the beginning of that season, if I wrapped it up, I'm just going to go right up to XC1 and mix it up with them boys. And, I know what I'm capable of. I've trained as hard as I possibly can, and I do everything I can to be my best. And it's definitely going to take some learning. These guys have a lot of experience over me, and it's nothing I'm not willing to work for, and I'm willing to learn, and I'm ready to get up there.
Well, up there earlier, as we see our Rocky Mountain rapid replay, was Adam McGill. He was leading the race, so Cole Richardson in second figures this is his chance. He almost gets through, but gets stuck also. He did not get stuck as badly as McGill, and these two had built up a big lead, but it was all gone in a flash. Luckily, a lot of Yamaha brass down here. Randy Hawkins, who operates the Ampro Yamaha team that Richardson rides for, is actually headquartered about a half hour from here. So a lot of friendly faces, and they helped dig Richardson out, but not before Walker Fowler and Wesley Wolf were able to get by. Now Fowler in the number one spot, starting to pull away. Is it still Wolf in second? Look how many lines there are in the woods. The racetrack in GNCC is about 50 feet wide. It's 25 feet on either side of the course arrows. Well, it looks like Richardson has gotten himself back to the number 2 spot. So sure, he'd love to be in the lead right now, but this is not the worst case scenario to be up here in second place. But can he hang with Fowler? These two used to be teammates with Ampro Yamaha, but Fowler started his own team and has not skipped a beat as far as the results. Wolf still doing a good job. The young kid on the old school Suzuki, running in third. We mentioned Merritt. Oh, McGill is on a roll, and he sticks a pass on Merritt, trying to continue his comeback after getting stuck in the mud, and it has led to a great battle here. He's gotten around Richardson as well. Then Richardson is followed by Merritt and Bryson Neal on the move. Got a quick glimpse of Neal before our first commercial break behind Boric, who started last, and McGill, who got stuck. So Neal, not known for good starts, struggling with the start again today. That is actually Boric in the hunt, not Wolf. So Boric has moved forward, and he's brought Neal with him, and he's sticking with McGill. So it almost doesn't matter what happens at the beginning of these long races. By the end, as they say, the cream rises, and that's McGill, Richardson, Boric. Oh, and Neal sticks a pass on Boric. Saw the opportunity and went for it. These are the traditional GNCC contenders. Fowler having fun up front, the fans enjoying that. He won all but one race in 2017, and the only race he didn't win, he finished second. Nearly a perfect season, as close as we've ever seen someone come. Looking to start this year 1-0. So Neal and McGill look like they're brewing a private battle for second place ahead of Richardson and Boric. Boy, McGill is really riding hard right now, and it's paid off. He's opened up a little bit of real estate between himself and the rest of the field, which would be Neal, Richardson, and Boric. But watch for Boric. He's a cagey one down the stretch. And I'm curious to see what kind of endurance and fitness Richardson has after dealing with the illness and the injury the last 2 years. There's really no way to replicate racing at GNCC. Get as fit as you want at home, but these tracks are so rough. It's hard to find conditions like that. So we'll see if he can hold on for 4th or maybe make a run at these guys. Oh, and Neal has repassed McGill. And Boric is around Richardson. As the clock ticks down here, what a ride this would be for Neal, who was way, way back. We barely even saw him in the early laps, and he has fought his way through McGill and Boric and Richardson, and the fastest riders in the game. And there's the sneaky snake, the number 3. First time we've seen Jared McClure. This is what he does. Lays in wait, and then late in the race he attacks. But attacking from the very start has been Walker Fowler, and it's an amazing ride for him. We'll see if he can hold on to take victory number 1 of 2018. It's the VP Fuels Big Bucks. Stay with us.
The AMSOIL GNCC series on Racer TV is brought to you in part by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. Rocky Mountain ATV MC, get ready. And Monster Energy, unleash the beast.
Welcome back. Tremendous racing, not for the lead. Walker Fowler had the lead early, lost it, came all the way back, reclaimed it, and has pulled away from there. But behind him, it has been a complete shuffling of the deck for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I think Bryson Neal has it right now. Yeah, there's Neal in that neon Fly Racing gear. And a little bit of distance on McGill, who is in 3rd, and Chris Boric leaning on him. So we have lost one rider from this fight. That was Cole Richardson. I was wondering how Richardson's endurance would work down the stretch. He was good for 3/4 of this race. The field was pulled away from him late, but it's a building process to get back to where he was when he was the hot rookie coming into this championship 3 years ago. Well, the offseason prep, it was just right for Walker Fowler. He's making the beginning of 2018 look a lot like 2017, where he absolutely dominated, and he wins the VP Racing Fuels Big Buck GNCC on the Walker Fowler Racing Yamaha.
If you're going to talk it, you got to back it up. That's the one thing I've learned. I've said my piece at the first race, so we'll let the riding do the talking from now on. But you just gotta. It's like these guys forgot about what happened last year.
Whoa! Some rare smack talk from the champ. Well, all these riders came in prepared and ready and probably thought, yeah, we're going to take the fight to Fowler. But reality ended up being a little bit different. Not like these boys didn't ride hard. Here is McClure trying to chase down McGill, who's trying to chase down Boric and Neal in a fight for the podium. 4 riders looking for the final 2 spots on the roster behind Fowler. It's a great ride for Neal. And let's see if he can finish it off. If this guy could just get a hole shot, I would love to see what he could do in a straight-up fight against Fowler. Never even got a chance to see him today. Boric. This is classic Chris Boric, waiting to the final lap to really unleash a charge. Let's see if he's got something for Neal. Been about 3 years now, though, of Neal nailing these podiums. He knows how to get it done, and he does. Runner-up ride today for the number 2.
Today, it would have been the right timing and luck. He made a mistake, and I wasn't there to capitalize. I was right behind him, but I was too close where I got behind him, and the momentum wasn't with me. But I got a good start. I keep doing that continuously and just keeping right in sight.
All right, well, I guess the starts have been improving. I'll give him that. Rocky Mountain ATV MC results today. McGill outduels McClure. Richardson 7th. Here's Boric.
Yeah, terrible start. Thought I was going to get a good jump, hit the starter button, and nothing. So I don't know if the battery died on the line or what, but I knew right away. I was like, somebody get behind me, push me. So we were dead last and pushed me down the hill. Finally was able to get it bump started and just tried to push all day and catch up. Caught up to a couple of the fast guys like Bryson and McClure, and just tried to keep pushing. I knew Walker was kind of out front, and I just tried to manage the gap on those guys and try to get them. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the 3rd, considering this track's super, super tight. Rough, hard to pass, and be able to get up on the box. I'm pretty pumped.
Give you the AMSOIL race recap. You won't even see Borich there, because as he said, the machine didn't fire. It sure did for the Walker Fowler Racing Yamaha. Fowler gets the Wiseco Hole Shot Award. And would lead McGill and Wesley Wolf into the woods. But that lead was actually short-lived, an early mistake. Here as you see Borich just finally getting off the line after the bump start. An early mistake cost Fowler the lead, and then a mistake cost McGill the lead, and a mistake cost Richardson the lead. That's how difficult some of these sections on these tracks can be. They'll even stop the best of the business. So after that funny business, Fowler found himself back into the number 1 spot, and he managed the race from there. Spectacular battle for second on back. McGill had it for a while. He and Neal passed each other, I believe, 3 times for that spot. And you had Borich, Cole Richardson, and Jared McClure all in the hunt as well. Here's a little more of that duel. Neal trying to keep it outside of those ruts. Borich right behind him. And then McGill and McClure as well. Those 4 riders put on a tremendous battle all the way to the end, but they were not able to even see Walker Fowler once he was able to see the checkered flag. Any doubts that Fowler would come into 2018 just as strong as he ended 2017 were silenced there with a dominant win. But the battle for second came all the way down to the line. Bryson Neal and Chris Borich, who both had their problems early in the race, would recover, put it up on the box. Neal, second in points last year, second in the race here. XC2, Austin Abney with the win over Drew Landers and Ben Kowalewski. Fowler wiping the dust from his eyes, talking it over with Borich and Neal. Short break, and we're headed to the sand of Florida for the Wild Boar in round 2. But for now, congrats, Walker Fowler.